It's Friday, April 24th. In the headlines, urgent recall. Contaminated sugar sparks health warning in Jamaica. In business news, lottery ticket sales steady despite hurricane-related challenges. Regionally, the Pan American Health Organization PAHO urges stronger vaccination as measles cases rise. In sports, Jamaican teams shine on opening day of the Pen Relays. In Trinidad and Tobago, grandparent citizenship law set to transform national sport. This is the weekend news on PBC Jamaica. I'm Simone Absalom Gale. The Ministry of Health and Wellness is warning the public not to consume packaged sugar produced by the Pan-Caribbean Sugar Company after preliminary laboratory tests detected metal fragments in samples. The ministry says the contamination found in products purchased at retail outlets poses a potential health risk if ingested. Consumers are being asked to safely discard the affected sugar and await further updates. As a precaution, authorities have issued an immediate stop order on the production, distribution, and sale of all products from the company. The Health Ministry notes that further investigations are ongoing and assured that updates will be provided once testing confirms the product is safe for consumption. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness says in the aftermath of Hurricane Melissa, the government is moving to accelerate reconstruction across critical sectors while embedding resilience and digital innovation into national development, with plans to establish the National Reconstruction and Resilience Authority, NARA, to drive coordinated, efficient recovery efforts and support inclusive economic growth. He was speaking at the launch of the World Bank's Digital Financial Inclusion and Transformation in Jamaica report on Thursday.
The Prime Minister says Jamaica has a choice to restore what existed or build what should have existed prior to the hurricane.
Melissa has forced reconstruction of roads, schools, health facilities, and housing at a scale that would otherwise have taken us decades to do. The question is whether we do this with the systems and standards of the past, or whether we use this moment to embed digital infrastructure, resilient design, and modern governance into the foundations of the Jamaica we are building forward.
He notes that the government's role in the aftermath of a natural disaster is to ensure that the country becomes stronger, more connected, and more prepared than before.
This means greater investment and genuine innovation. It means new ideas becoming new industries, and new industries becoming new jobs and new opportunities. It means refusing to be constrained by systems that no longer serve us, outdated processes, unnecessary friction, governance that moves slower than the economy it is designed to support.
That's where NARA comes in.
NARA's mandate is clear: move fast, coordinate across institutions, cut through bureaucracy without cutting corners, and deliver results that are visible to the people who most need them.
NARA will also function as a center of technical excellence for project preparation and delivery, ensuring that the quality of national plans matches the scale of the country's ambition. To this end, Dr. Holness is also encouraging local and diaspora investors with projects valued at $15 million or more located near major road developments to engage the government for support.
The Jamaica Intellectual Property Office is reaffirming its commitments to promoting creativity and intellectual property awareness as it joins the global observance of World Intellectual Property Day on April 26. Deputy Director and Legal Counsel Chantal English Richards says this year's focus highlights the growing need to safeguard creative works in an increasingly online space.
That's Monday, April 27th. We'll be having a forum, Protecting the Game IP Forum. We'll be collaborating with the Specialized Investigation Branch, SIB, which is an arm of the Jamaica Constabulary Force, as well as the Jamaica Customs and representation from the Jamaican Bar Association. We will be looking at topics such as how fake goods hurt sports, Jamaican sports, and combating infringement, the role of the Jamaica Customs.
She notes that copyright protection is accessible to all.
Also in creating that you have to protect your intellectual property. Many of these students, they begin creating from as soon as they start preschool, and so we will continue to encourage them to not just only create but to also protect. And even though they're children, persons would ask, can children register or deposit their work at the IP office? And the answer is yes to that. And so we encourage parents, if your children are creative, to visit the Jamaica Intellectual Property Office and to utilize the voluntary copyright register that we have.
With inflation soaring and everyday cost on the rise, reporter Chanel Matthews took to the streets to hear the public's views on the cost of living in Jamaica and how it is affecting their lives.
I am Chanel Matthews and we're in New Kingston to ask the people how they feel about cost of living in Jamaica.
Well, it's really expensive, you know, but I mean, for me, it's not really bad. But because of the people who have children, because one bread is nearly $600, you know, nobody talk about going to the market with yam at 300 and all them drama there. But, well, I don't really know. You just have to trust God, really, because a lot of people paycheck not reaching. But for me, trust in God and Him provide.
It's a bit expensive to live here, especially when you're getting a small salary. However, I think we can make a better way of living if we unite together and cooperate and try to make things a bit better for each and every one of us. Jamaica, however, is a beautiful place. This is my country and I love it. But the cost of living is getting a bit too high.
Well, I think that it is extremely high. Like for persons like me, I'm currently going to university, right? I can sometimes hardly can find even food to eat. You don't know where the next meal is going to come from. You don't know how you're going to pay school fee, grocery. Things are just expensive.
Well, the cost of living is very high, especially for a young person. Based on our salaries and the state of the market in terms of rent and bills and other necessities of life, it's hard to make a living while in Jamaica. If you look at rent in the corporate area, it's very high, you know, and then we have to pay bills, we have to for transportation and so forth. So yeah.
Cost of living in Jamaica, I think money is here, but we just need to be like in the right places.
Very rough and tough, hard. It's the hardest time I ever seen Jamaica, never yet.
I feel that cost of living in Jamaica is very high. We need to do more exports and less imports to lower the cost of living.
It's rough. I'm tell you about cost of living now really. You see, most of what going right now are the people. May I tell you? You see, if we could just come together and deal with things on a different level, you go to town, you buy a plant for $8 and can't talk about it for $38 and all them something there. Wicked, man.
Time now for the business report with Denise Williams.
Welcome to today's Business Report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you the developments shaping markets, capital access, and business decision-making across Jamaica and the region. Let's get into the stories that matter. Supreme Ventures is reporting strong first quarter performance despite the impact of Hurricane Melissa. The company recorded net profit of $700.6 million for the first 3 months ending March 31, representing an increase of nearly 36% compared with the same period last year. However, the company says the hurricane disrupted operations, resulting in an estimated $1.6 billion reduction in gross ticket sales and a $100 million hit to profits. Supreme Ventures says recovery efforts are progressing, with about 98% of lottery terminals now back in operation. About 22% of machines at its Supreme Ventures division remain offline, mainly in severely affected parishes. To maintain service, the company says dozens of locations are operating using generators and satellite internet systems. Despite lower ticket sales, gaming income increased by just over 4%, helping to push gross profit to $3.3 billion. For the trading period of April 23, 2026, the most actively traded securities were Kintyre Holdings Jamaica Limited with 8,415,710 units, representing 33.61% of market sales activities. Woodcats International Limited with 2,965,039 units, or 11.84% of market sales activities. Trans-Jamaica Highway Limited with 2,064,073 units, representing 8.24% of market sales activities. Investor activity remained concentrated in transportation and distribution plays, signaling continued interest in dividend-producing and strategic assets. Turning to the foreign exchange market based on Bank of Jamaica data for April 23, 2026, Forex traders recorded significant activity with strong demand across major currencies. US dollar traded margins reflected steady liquidity, with the US selling at $156.97 and buying at $157.89. For the Canadian dollar, moderate gains supported by 26-cent transaction spreads. The Canadian dollar sold for $115.69 and was bought for $115.43. For the British pound, continued volatility offered short-term trading opportunities of $5.04 in profits for the banks. The British pound sold for $213.39 and was bought for $208.35. These movements underscore the importance of cash flow timing and currency awareness for businesses managing import costs, debt servicing, or overseas exposure. For our credit report tip of the day, winning a contract is one thing. Delivering on that contract is an entirely different story. Many contracts require performance bonds, bid bonds, or specific insurance thresholds. Surety companies evaluate your credit as part of their underwriting process. A poor credit profile can lead to higher cost, reduced coverage, or outright denial. That alone can disqualify you, regardless of how capable you are operationally. If your goal is to attract higher value clients, your credit strategy needs to be intentional. Pay all obligations on time. Consistency matters more than perfection. Keep credit utilization low to demonstrate control over cash flow. Build relationships with financial institutions before you need them. Regularly review your credit report for accuracy and gaps. Separate professional and business credit to strengthen your professional profile. In our funded and focused feature, a bigger future is possible if the money flows the network connecting the Caribbean with North America and Europe, because this creates a powerful space for growth. There are more ideas, more people, and more chances to succeed. The International Finance Corporation shows that when women get the right funding and support, their businesses grow strong. The key is making sure money moves with the network. When that happens, everything changes. Bigger opportunities, but higher expectations, because being visible across regions can attract bigger investors. And the International Finance Corporation also shows that investing in women-led businesses can bring strong results. But bigger investors may expect more reports, faster growth, and strong systems. This can feel like pressure. So it's important to grow at a pace that works for you. And that's today's business report. I'm Denise Williams, bringing you clarity to capital markets and strategy. Until next time, stay informed, stay intentional, and keep building forward. See you soon.
In regional news, the Pan American Health Organization is urging countries across the region to ramp up immunization efforts, warning that measles cases are rising sharply despite progress in vaccination coverage. The call comes ahead of Vaccination Week in the Americas, which runs from April 25 to May 2. PAHO Director Dr. Jabas Babosa says the annual campaign aims to close critical gaps in vaccination coverage, even as the Americas continue to lead globally in immunization achievements.
The region of the Americas has positioned itself as a world leader in immunization. We are the first region to have eliminated polio, rubella, and congenital rubella syndrome, and we are the only region that has recovered and improved its vaccination coverage to pre-pandemic levels. These achievements have had a profound impact on people's lives.
PAHO says that between 1974 and 2024, childhood vaccination in the Americas prevented an estimated 15 million deaths among children under 5. More than 1.1 billion cases of disability, and nearly 28.4 billion cases of illness. However, the PAHO director warned that, quote, important gaps remain that we must close.
The re-emergence of measles in the Americas is a significant setback, but one that is entirely reversible and demands decisive action. In Canada, the country reached 12 months of continuous transmission from the same chain in October last year, re-established endemic transmission and resulting in the loss of elimination status in both the country and in the region.
Trinidad and Tobago is marking a digital milestone, becoming the home of the Caribbean's first WhatsApp integrated artificial intelligence assistant. Launched by the National Payment and Innovation Company of Trinidad and Tobago on Thursday. Here's more in this report.
The National Payment and Innovation Company of Trinidad and Tobago is advancing government's digitization mandate with the launch of Citizen AI. Innovative Manager at NPICTT, Justin Lett, says, as the first AI solution in the Caribbean integrated into WhatsApp, it functions much like existing global platforms, but with a distinctly local focus.
An agent that sits in your WhatsApp that allows you to chat in the same way that you would do with any other AI solution. So think a local version of ChatGPT, a local version of Gemini, but it's able to be right there in your WhatsApp and you can chat in any way.
Citizen AI aims to address gaps in local research and development by providing insights grounded in Trinidad and Tobago, such as specific data, while also reflecting the broader Caribbean context. Minister of Planning, Economic Affairs and Development Dr. Kennedy Swarat Singh challenged the perception that older citizens struggle to adapt to emerging technologies.
I disagree with the fact that people think that we shouldn't or how will ordinary persons who may not be tech savvy access this. It's all there, and let's not do them a disservice. In my view, I think sometimes we underestimate people's desire to want to adopt some of these things.
Echoing those sentiments, Chairman of NPICTT Dr. Nigel Fulchan revealed that adoption rates among older users are in fact higher than expected.
Really, we underestimate even the older folks in the system, out there that they are not using the technology, when they are the ones who are changing and adopting at a faster rate, because the younger generation, it's all built into their system, but the rate of adoption is really happening at the over 50s.
Citizen AI represents part of NPICTT's broader push towards innovation, extending beyond its traditional role in digital payment solutions. Faith Chariot, TTT News.
A specialist says more girls in Barbados are showing a greater interest in careers in information and communication technology. The update comes as dozens of schoolgirls participated in the annual Girls in ICT Day Expo at Kensington Oval on Thursday. The event was organized by the Ministry of Industry, Innovation, Science and Technology. CBC News reporter Anesta Henry was there and filed this report.
Schoolgirls experiencing virtual reality, learning how to pilot drones, and more about robotics. These were some of the many activities available at the annual Girls in Information and Communication Technologies ICT Day Expo. Data Protection Commissioner with the Ministry of Industry, Innovation, Science and Technology, Lisa Graves, says this is the second consecutive year the event is being held. And she says, well, around 40 girls were there in 2025, approximately 100 were there in 2026, as the ministry notices more females are generally showing an interest in pursuing careers in ICT.
We have definitely seen an interest. Last year, we had way less girls, and every year it gets bigger. And then, of course, whenever we go out and we talk to schools, everybody is very much interested, boys and girls, in ICT careers.
From social media marketing, cybersecurity, being a social media influencer, to the traditional database administrator, Ms. Graves says that there are many careers in the area of ICT.
ICT has traditionally been such a male-dominated space, so it's basically to encourage young women to see ICT, any career in ICT, as a viable career for them, and to see themselves as innovators and shaping the future and that sort of thing.
And the ministry continues to roll out a number of initiatives to attract young girls to the world of information and communication technologies.
Along with this, we have the Science Festival, which encourages ICT. We run that every year. That's also under the ministry. What other things? We have a roadshow, a school roadshow that they did to encourage ICT. So we've got like 3 or 4 initiatives every year that we roll out to try to encourage that interest.
International Girls in ICT Day 2026 has been themed AI for Development, Girls Shaping the Digital Future, highlighting the need for female involvement in artificial intelligence. It is celebrated to empower young women to pursue careers in technology. Anesta Henry, CBC News.
The International Court of Justice will begin oral hearings on Monday, May 4, in the long-standing border controversy between Guyana and Venezuela, a case widely regarded as one of the most significant in the country's history. Speaking on his weekly podcast, Issues in the News, Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Anil Nandal, SC, revealed that the hearing will take place from May 4 to 8, and it is anticipated to be carried over to the following week.
The case filed by Guyana against the Bolivarian Republic of Venezuela at the International Court of Justice will come on for hearing on Monday, the 4th of May, 2026, and the hearings will continue each and every day of that week and is likely to go over to the following week should the court decide it necessary to do so. Yours truly will join our team of international lawyers and will be appearing for and representing the interest of Guyana at that important hearing at the International Court of Justice. So most naturally for that week, I will not be doing issues in the news.
In sports, we lead off with athletics. Jamaican teams delivered standout performances on the opening day of the 130th staging of the Penn Relays at Franklin Field, with Edwin Allen High leading the charge among high school girls. Edwin Allen emerged as the top Jamaican team after securing spots in 3 Championship of America finals, including the 4x100 meters, where they are the fastest qualifiers heading into the final. In field events, Marla K. Lampart of Clarendon College won the shot put with a throw of 14.41 meters, while Javian Bernard of Hydel High captured the triple jump title with a wind-aided leap of 12.76 meters. Jamaican dominance continued on the track, with multiple teams advancing to finals. In the 4x100 meters, St. Jago High, Excelsior High School, and Mount Alvernia High School also qualified for the championship final. 4 Jamaican teams progressed to the 4x800 meters final, led by Sydney Pagan High School, while Edwin Allen also advanced in the 4x400 meters, where they will compete alongside the defending champions Hydel High in what is expected to be a highly competitive final. In other sporting news, the Constitution Amendment Bill 2025, affectionately known as the Grandparent Citizenship Law, will see Trinidad and Tobago on par with most sporting organizations across the globe. And that's it for the weekend news. Thanks so much for watching PBCJ. Remember, we are the People's Station.